Hello, volume families. Let's go ahead and get started with our meeting. Our competition season 2026, season 17. We are only getting louder. One thing I do want everyone to understand and remember is that every season is different. No year is the same. The competitions we choose, the conventions we choose, what we do is different every year. If you have questions after the meeting, please email volumedance@yahoo.com. I will answer you. I will compile any questions that I feel need to go to the group, and we'll send it out. All of these videos, all of the lookbook, slides, all of that stuff will be posted via the website starting on Monday. So give me a second to get it all up, and then you will see the new page up with all of the information. We're going to begin with our Celebration Dance Festival, Nashville, Tennessee, Saturday the 10th and the 11th. Here are some examples of what to wear, what to pack. We have many veterans. We have some newer people. So want to make sure that you understand the girls are going to multiple classes, so they need multiple outfits, leotards, tights, leggings, shorts, extra socks, their studio jacket if it arrives in time, it is shipped. I don't know if it'll arrive in time. Dance shoes, ballet shoes, jazz shoes, hip hop shoes, contemporary foot thongs, bare feet, refillable water bottles, healthy snacks. No, please, no Starbucks drinks, no pizza, no nothing really heavy. Um, that is high calorie, negative, bad calories. We want protein bars, trail mix, bananas, things that give the girls energy because they are dancing all day. A small towel, sanitary napkins or tampons. This is a big one for the teen girls. This every year, somebody doesn't have something, they have an accident. So please I know that the girls are older, you want them to be responsible, but that I would check for. Icy hot or balms, aspirin or ibuprofen. This year, no sports bras at any of the conventions. No sports bra, like wearing a sports bra only with something else. I'm fine with them wearing midriffs, but I don't want them wearing sports bras in the room just because there are men in there and they're recording. And that makes me a little uncomfortable as the studio owner. So I have gone over that with the older girls. So just please check that and make sure so that I don't have to ask them to change clothes. You'll receive a waiver via email. I have to send those out manually. You'll receive that tomorrow, Wednesday, or if this is the Wednesday meeting, it should already be in your email. So please fill that out ASAP, add it to your list. It takes a second to fill out. Venue and parking, we are at the Sheraton Grand downtown. Not everybody's staying there, but this is actually where the convention is being held on Union Street in Nashville. There's a parking garage under the hotel. The event has $10 discount on parking, and there's additional parking lots around the hotel. And of course, Sunday, the metered parking is free. Here are all of our classes that the girls will be attending. I will post that and also send that to them so they can get ready for those classes. So, contemporary ballet, hip hop, ballroom, audition workshop, jazz funk, musical theater, jazz, on camera, and commercial. Everybody, no matter what the age, is attending all of those classes. There's a Joffrey audition. If any of the girls are interested in that, I'm not sure the age, so I will post the link on our studio site, and there's an audition code that you can get a discount with. So if you're interested in that, I will get that information to you. The other thing I want you to know is there's a closing show and awards program at 3 p.m. So everybody needs to remain there until then, until that's over, and it'll be 45 minutes to an hour. The venue doesn't allow outside food or drinks, so there are restaurants on site. So plan out your meals because it may be a little hectic trying to get food for your child. So just plan that out. Try to find really healthy things. There is a showcase. We've chosen After the Ice, number 25, Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy, number 16, and Go to Work to perform. I have costumes for this. Whether they're finished or not, we still want to them to showcase this. It is a showcase. Um, and dancers need to report 5:30 on Saturday to meet the stage manager. It is like a performance style show. So please be prepared for that. Be dressed and ready to go. And the showcase begins at 6. Etiquette. The celebration showcase is a concert style production and it's free. Um, Also, we just want you to be aware that they've asked us to ask you to avoid entering when there are dances going on, and don't walk around while the dances are on stage. Also, don't yell the dancers' names on stage while they are in character because we've been working with them on character. So please do not yell, "Go Janet," because if Janet's supposed to be sad and you say, "Go Janet," and she smiles, that kind of ruins the character. So yelling, clapping, all that is great, but just don't yell a person's name. Teaching artists will select dancers from class to perform their choreography in the closing show. Dancers may wear any style of dance attire. If dancer is chosen for both the teaching artist's choreography and an encore performance, so that would be those three dances going, they can remain in their encore costume and they need to meet the backstage manager at 3 p.m. on Sunday for the show. Awards and scholarships will be presented during the closing show on Sunday at 3 p.m. Comp season. There are no assigned dance moms and dads. Every man and woman for himself. So remember, every year is different, and that's not something that we're going to do this season. So you got to be prepared and be on it. You can't rely on a dance mom to tell you what everything is. Hollywood Connection, February 13th through the 15th. Um, Friendly reminder that we're taking all of our dances to Hollywood Dance Connection unless there's an issue. And I will let you know ahead of time of that. A large payment is due on January 15th. So this includes the convention, the group, the specialty registration fees. So unpaid fees will result in late registration and late fees. So I will not pay for a dancer if arrangement is not made and the fees are not paid. Also, please be aware that February 8th, we will not have class because there are too many absences out. We have school events and we have Girls Out for Heat. We have a lot going on that day, and it's pointless for us to have practice. So we're not going to meet on that day, and I will come up with a different Saturday for us to meet instead. Also, Hollywood Connection. Minis, petites, juniors, and seniors will compete on Friday in the morning into the evening. So if you have specialties, more than likely you're going to have to get out of school all day to compete. And we need to expect this from year to year. Petites, juniors, and seniors will take class on Saturday and Sunday. Minis will take class on Sunday only. So I have to repeat. Friday is specialties. So if you don't have a specialty, you do not have to get out of school early. But if you do, you need to prepare to get out of school early. All competition information is now going to be posted on the website. You're going to go to the Volume Dance Company and you're going to have all that information there for you. I'm not going to send out any emails about that stuff anymore. I'm going to let you go and get the information yourself to alleviate confusion. Also, I don't have access to like the schedule until 1 week prior. Sometimes I get emails a month before, like if we have a competition on the 15th, I get it February 1st. I'm not going to know that information until 1 week before. So, if you email and I don't answer, it's because I don't have it, and you need to keep checking the site until that information is posted. Guidelines for competition. All dancers must follow the costume, hair, and accessory guidelines outlined in the lookbook that we'll go over. All dancers will be required to be in the building 4 hours prior, and no exceptions will be made. We will do a team stretch and rehearsal. And if you can't commit to this, then you need to let us know so we can work your child out of the routine. It's very hard. It's been very hard over the years. People showing up 10 minutes before, people not being dressed an hour before. So we're really going to be on that because it's very stressful for us as teachers if someone's not there because we wonder, okay, do we need to rework them out? Do we need to work them out of the routine? Competition days are long days, so do not plan other events on this day. So you committed to the blackout dates, saying that you would be there all day. So that is what we are going to hold people to. Tardiness may result in removal and reworking of formations. If you know that you are always late, ask someone else to bring your child. If you have an accident on the way to the comp and you are able, please communicate that. Props will be taken by parents of that routine, and your teacher will let you know which props to bring. Forgotten costumes will result in your child not performing. So this affects our overall score, which we will go over. A plan is needed at all times, and dancers should be dressed 1 hour before performance time if possible. No jacket, no award ceremony. Scoring guidelines and rules have changed for this year. So how I place people where they need to go. Novice, 3 hours or less per week, then they just dance for fun. Intermediate, 3 to 5 hours per week, participate in other sports. Meaning, if your child is in tennis, volleyball, if your child runs track, if your child is in show choir, if your child does anything additional besides dance, they are considered an intermediate dancer. And then advanced, you dance 6 hours or more per week, and dance is all you do as an extracurricular. That means if your child is on the dance team at school, they are considered advanced. However, if we have 23 girls on a team and the majority of them are intermediate, the whole group goes in the intermediate category. Scoring components. 40% technique and formations, 40% synchronization, 20% costuming and appearance and presentation. So if somebody doesn't have a costume, that takes off of our uniformity score in the costuming and appearance. So they forget their costume, you don't have a piece of your costume and it doesn't match, then I'll pull that person from the routine and we'll just dance a whole because that's going to be better for us score wise. And it's about the group, not about a child forgetting a costume. There is no score for choreo. I have girls ask that sometimes because their parents told them it was. I understand you express opinions to your child. That's what we all do. But please make sure that you're telling them accurate information and not just something that you think. So there's no choreo score. Reason being is because the girls do not get to choose what they dance to. They don't get to choose the music. They don't get to choose any of that. That's a studio-wide thing. It's not just something that we do here. So they don't want to punish the child for a bad decision that a choreographer made. Okay. And all judges must be within a 0.6 or 0.10 point range. So, if I was judging, I couldn't give a routine a 10 and then Benjamin over here gives it a 6. That doesn't make any sense. There's no way. So, especially in those guidelines of technique, formations, and synchronization, you're either synchronized or you're not. You either have great technique or you don't. You either know how to make a straight line or an X in a formation or you do not. So they want them to kind of match up there. Deductions. We get deductions every year for these reasons. People recording from the audience, parents coming backstage to give a dancer lipstick, parents watching from backstage. So don't do those things. So the girls they will benefit from you not doing those things. We need to do things that will benefit them. And getting a 3-point deduction when a score is close because parents can't follow the simple instructions, that is not good for the girls. Okay. And I do tell them when we get a deduction because I want them to know. Adjudication only examples, adjudication meaning you don't qualify for overalls or awards, but you can get adjudicated, you get your platinum, your, diamond, whatever that is. If a dancer runs off stage and does not return within a minute, please do not run backstage if your child runs off. Trust us to handle it. We will get your child back on stage so the day ends positively. You coming back there can sometimes make it worse. So let us handle it. We got it. You trust us with your children every week. Trust us with this, and then we will personally bring your child to you so that you can see them. That does happen, and that's okay. But we want them to have a positive experience because it is about them. Competition etiquette. We just ask these things. Don't eat in the have the dance. The dancer should not eat in the costume. If you see any child eating in their costume, we don't want nachos and Sprite and things spilling on the costume when all you have to do is simply put a t-shirt on, right? I don't even suggest wearing the studio jacket. Um, I don't suggest that either. When walking around, dancers should wear their jackets so we can identify them, and they shouldn't walk around by themselves. So we need help with parents and teachers kind of reinforcing this. When a teacher sends for dancers, they are not ready is not an acceptable response. Stop what you're doing and release them to the teacher. And if a dancer is ready an hour before the performance, this should not be an issue. Quick changes, I understand, but we're still going to say we need them. And if we say stop what you're doing, get them dressed, we got to go because we don't want any deductions for not being ready. When call times are set and your child is late, you will receive an email after the competition. So please do not be upset when I email and say, hey, you were 45 minutes late. Um, you know, we gotta start being on time, right? And if you know you're a person that's late, put your child in the car with someone else. If you can't make that 4 hour time, you got to put them in the car with somebody else. Do not scream the child's name from the audience. We went over that already. Parents, drugs, and alcohol are not appropriate at the competition. Coming to the competition intoxicated or high is not appropriate. I'm really sad that I have to say that, but we have had that happen in the past few years. Bluntly, we can smell gin, vodka, and we can smell weed. So please don't do that before you come to the competition. All of these things that we are asking you to do are realistic. There's nothing that's not realistic. Absence policy. We have a lenient absence policy compared to other studios. So, with that being understood, illness, sickness, school performances, tests, graded school activities, and funerals are what we think that, students should miss for. Too much homework, if that starts happening, I have to question time management. Um, Injury, if your child is has an injury, they can observe. Transportation issues, there's tons of people coming to the studio, so put your child in the car with someone and we'll figure it out. Concerts and birthday dinners, I understand that we want to go everywhere and do everything, but as a parent, sometimes you do have to tell your child, no, you have practice. And um, reminder that you're not only paying money, but other people are paying money too. So the girls really have to know what they're doing. Email any absences that you know of. School activities and all that, you guys know that stuff in advance. Just send a quick email. Hey, we're going to be out. We want to know so that we won't plan certain things. Okay. We won't plan a lift to work on a lift if the lifter is missing. And please attend class the week of competitions if you can. I understand that things happen, people get sick, but the week of competitions is important because we know if someone is ill and they're not going to be there and we have to change something. If you want to see the attendance rate, this is what we got so far this year. Um, and this is what we're working with so far. Payment policy review. Payments are drafted via auto pay the first of the month, and other fees are charged on the 15th of the month, and they are due. There's a 5-day grace, and then the late fee is added to your account on the 5th and the 20th. Choreography and private lesson fees are also paid to the studio and must be paid when choreography is complete and after the lesson, before the lesson is complete. And sometimes after, it just depends if the lesson is last minute. If you don't pay, it'll be charged. So you need to make those arrangements, okay? A payment arrangement form should be filled out prior to payment date, and this form is located on the company page. I will not accept late payment emails. Okay, so um, if you are going to have to make a payment arrangement, you can't send me an email and say, I'll pay on the 16th. You need to fill the form out, and that's the protocol, and then you send it in. If payment's not received for costumes, jackets, registration fees, all those items will be placed on hold until payment is made. And if you are paying late payments by Venmo, Cash App, etc., it must be for the correct amount or payment will be sent back. So please check your account. So don't send me a rounded number, send the correct amount. If I'm allowing you to pay late, at least send the correct amount. Specialties. Okay, here are our cleaning costs for specialties. You have to pay to book your lesson, and a 24-hour reschedule is required. So if you cancel your lesson 24 hours with a 24-hour notice, you will not get a refund. Okay, so you see the amounts here. You pay volume, not the teacher. All of the payments that you pay this year are going to volume. Um, Teachers are not able to meet off site to clean a routine, and you must go through the teacher to book your child's lesson, and it will then go on the calendar. A teacher may choose not to clean a routine if you're late, or they may choose to not clean that routine for you. So you need to get another teacher to do it. I would suggest scheduling lessons for the season so rooms can be booked because rooms book up pretty fast. Mondays and Fridays are not an option anymore. So please make sure you schedule on any other day but that. If there's an issue, discuss it with that teacher. And please know it's not the parent's place to tell a teacher they want more skills. They want it harder to make skill suggestions. I want to dance like this. I want that. The teacher is the professional, the parent is not. There are reasons why certain girls are able to do more. Maybe it's because their ankles aren't strong enough. We will know that better than you. So please do not make a suggestion to a teacher about something like that. Okay, the lookbook, the costume lookbook will be posted here, but I am going to show an example of what a lookbook is going to look like, and I'm going to start doing this actually every single year. Okay, so costume notes. Each dance fits into our studio's historical theme. The hair, shoes, etc. are all designed to fit this theme. So please use the costume information sheet as much as you can. You have to do a fitting for your child for your costumes. That's the only way I'm going to release the costumes to you. This is going to start January 11th. This could be before class, after class. It could be on a day that, if you want to do it during class and the teacher says that's okay, we can do that. And remember that this is 20% of the girls' score. So everybody needs to match, right? So here's a couple of things as well. The hair must be congruent with the team's dance. No box braids, etc. are permitted on competition weekends. Please don't come with braids in the child's hair and then I have to remove the child. Okay, so there's no braids on competition weekend. Conventions are fine if your child is not competing. If your child has nothing to compete, you can do a braid, but not for competitions. A dancer may be asked to change their hair if it does not align with the other student team members. So please be prepared for that. Accessories. If your child loses an accessory, earrings, boot covers, hair bands, clips, you must purchase a new accessory. So plan for that if you have a child that loses things. Accessories cost $10 to $20. You need to be able to pay for that immediately. Okay. Tights, not stockings. Tights should match your child's skin tone unless otherwise indicated. Tights should be clean and free of runs. Suggestion is to have an extra pair. So, stockings have that little line underneath the bottom. We don't want that. We want a pair of tights. Nail polish and nails. Nails should be clear, no false nails, no, and this is a competition rule. So what I mean by false nails is press-ons. If your child gets her nails done, the nails need to be clear, no color, but the false press-on nails are becoming an issue because people are starting to dance more barefooted, and I think they're stepping on these things on the stage because they're coming off. Use lotion, not grease. Body lotion only. No heavy greases because it smears on the stage. Do not overthink the makeup notes. Do not get in your group chat and freak everybody out with makeup notes. Just read it and then, if you have questions, come ask me. Undergarments, it's an important aspect of the look. So let me kind of go to the next thing here. If you need to order shoes, accessories, tights, you can try the shoe on before you buy it, but read the notes because I may not have a shoe kit and it just may be your child's shoe size, right? Understand that volume dance wear and volume dance are two different businesses. So you need to go to this site to purchase clothes, and then you go to the website for everything else. Clothes, shoes, accessories, tights. Earrings are in accessories, just FYI. So here is an example of the lookbook that you're going to see. This is the Minnie's Choo Choo Crew. It'll tell you who's in it. It'll tell you what is included, what you get, okay? It will tell you what you need to purchase as far as makeup, jewelry, shoes, tights, underwear, any other notes. And then in the red, it'll say what you need to do as a parent. So you're going to take a ruler, yes, a ruler, not just cut it, and cut the shoe bows to 1.5 inches. Okay. This we have this for every dance that we have. Okay. It also tells you if the costume has arrived, et cetera, et cetera. So that is our lookbook. Also, when you go to competition, you need to make sure that your child has everything they need from me before you go. We need to communicate about that. If you don't have something, you need to let me know because I can't do anything for you when we get there. So if your child needs a pair of boot covers and you know it's on the list and you don't have it, that means I don't know that you're missing it. So that's what it probably means. So you need to make sure that your child has that before going on stage. Okay? I will close by saying that we have some incredible dances this year and they're looking really, really clean. And the way to keep them that way is to attend class. Make up what you miss. I'm so excited for this season. The skill level has upped, and a lot of the dances that the girls are doing are not literal. So it looks more of a college level, collegiate, professional level thing. So I'm really proud of them for all of that. And I'm looking forward to the season. And I hope you are too. But in the meantime, please help us get ready by following the rules, getting yourself ready, ordering shoes, and doing all of that. So thank you so much for your time and email me with any questions that you have.